Days ago, I put out a post that featured heatmaps, and in this video, I'm going to take you through how to create that in 4 to 5 easy steps. So the first thing you have to do is open Photoshop and then create a new layer. Now what we want to do is just paint over this layer using black, white and gray. So with your brush tool selected and at a size of your choice, just paint randomly. And for this, I'm just going to paint over this way. I'm going to introduce my gray color. Now these colors are to help us have our highlights and our shadows. So we are going to have grays, we're going to have whites, and we're going to have black. Now with that being said, we are going to select both our first layer and the layer we created and convert them into a smart object. With that converted to a smart object, you go to filter and then you go to liquify. Now here we want to distort what we've created, and you can do that in any way you choose. It is at random. For the ones I created, I did liquify them using shapes like this, and I'm just going to repeat that process here, but you could do them any way you choose to do. But you just need a good balance of your highlights and your shadows, a good balance of the black, white and gray, because this way the angles of the white, the black and the gray are going to determine how your colors show up when you apply the gradient. So with this being done to your satisfaction, you click OK, then you go to your effects and you select gradient map. So you can use any gradient you want. For this, I've saved some of the gradients I used on that post, and now you can just apply them to this, and you can see the varying results you have from there. So my gradients use a 5 color stop, and they are set at 0, 25, 50, 75 and 100 positions. So this is set at 0 and this is set at 100. You can set it however you like. I personally prefer doing it like this because it makes much more mathematical sense like that. And then you click OK. If you are not satisfied with what you've done with the liquify, you can always go back in by double clicking on liquify there to edit this, and you can create much more randomness to it. Now when using liquify, you must be wary about smudging or nudging your liquefied artboard too far in. So when this happens over here, you just have to nudge it back slightly outside. So always take note of that. So I'm just going to add a little bit much more randomness to this and then click OK. So now with this being done, I'm going to select both layers again and convert into a smart object, and I'll go back to filter, I'll go to noise and add noise, and I'm just going to add it at around 5 and click OK. And this is how you create heatmap gradients in Photoshop. Now I just noticed that this didn't smudge so well, so I'm going to go back into my smart objects. And the main reason we use smart objects is to ensure that we can always make these changes whenever we realize them. So I'm just going to correct that, and you can export this to use on Figma, in Photoshop, in Illustrator, anywhere. So this is how you create heatmap gradients in Photoshop. Like, save and share, and I can't wait to see what you guys create with this.